Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this box. So it's actually called a Northstar box with 6 corners, or Northstar 6-corner box. And as you can probably see on the top there's like a star. You see there's sort of like a star here where it's embossed. You can't see it that well on this one because it's highly patterned. But on the one I'm going to do in a minute, you should be able to see it better. So I've actually used the papers from the Paper Addicts Festive Luxe pad. Because in here there's actually one of the papers has got stars all over it, this one here, and I just thought that was really nice, and I thought I could put little gems inside each of the stars, so that's what I've done. So today I'm going to be using some Paper Mill Direct paper, but I'm also going to be using the baubles out of this pad, and I've fussy cut them out. Well, I haven't actually, I've die cut them out, and here they are. So I've cut them out with an old Dovecraft die from years ago. But it was just the right shape and size, and I thought that's perfect. Saves me fussy cutting them out. And then I've just added a few little extra bits with a gold glitter pen. I've just added a few little extra bits that actually do sparkle. So yes, we're going to be using those as well. Right, so let's get into it. So for this box, you're going to need a piece of card. Now this is from Paper Mill Direct, and it's called, I believe it's called Black Sparkle print. It's either black or charcoal sparkle print, but I think it's black. I'll put the name on the screen for you. So you're going to need your scoreboard. Now this card measures 11 inches by 5.5 inches. On the 5.5 inch side, you're going to score it at 1 3/4 and at 3 3/4. And then if you turn it round, you're going to score it at 1 3/4, at 3.5, at 5 1/4, at 7, at 8 3/4, and at 10.5. Okay, so you can now put your scoreboard away, and then you can bring in your cork board. So what you want to do is you're going to turn it around so that the tab is on the right hand side. So all of these boxes along the top are going to be the top of your box, basically. I'm going to turn this over actually, just so you can hopefully see. Can you see the score lines better? Yeah, you can see the score lines better from here. So I've just turned mine over so you can see it better, because with it being black, you can't really see where I'm scoring. So I've just turned it over so you can see it. Obviously on yours, you don't have to do that. Right, so what you're going to do, each of these boxes, you're literally going to score from corner to corner on each one, all the way across. So you should end up with that. So you've got crosses going all the way across there. So now what you want to do is you're going to score just from that point going up the centre. But you just need to make sure that it's straight. Now the way that I found best to do it is if you bring your scoreboard back in again and take a score tool. Now I'm not actually using the one that comes with the board because this is a bit more pointy and I really needed a pointy one. Okay, so you're going to score. So your tab's on the right, okay, and your little boxes are on the top. You're scoring. Okay, so I'm saying your tab's on the right because my measurements go from right to left. If your tab measurements on your scoreboard go from left to right, then turn it around so that your tab is right at the edge of wherever your, wherever the starting line is. So if your measurements on your scoreboard go from left to right, then your tab needs to be on the left. If the measurements on your scoreboard go from right to left, then your tab needs to be on the right. Okay, I know it sounds complicated, but it's just important so you know where to score. So the first score line is at 1 3/8, and that should take you down to that middle point. The next one is at 3 1/8. The next one is at 4 7/8. The next one is 6 5/8. Then we've got 8 3/8, 10 1/8, and then you are done. Okay, all those measurements will come up on the screen. If you need centimeters for this measurements, please just times whatever's on the screen, all the inch measurements, just times them by 2.5, and that will give you how many centimeters it is. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our scissors in, and we're just going to, at the end here where you've got your tab, we're just going to trim off like a notch bit on that bit of tab. We're also going to notch here and here, here, and then we're going to take that whole section off. And we're just also going to notch out that end tab, because these are going to be the tabs at the bottom of your box. Okay, so if I just cut this off, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so that's what you should be left with. So as you can see there, it's just angled slightly. It's not completely straight, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do is cut along all of these sections, but we also need to notch at the same time. Now you could just sit here with it open and just, you know, cut up here and then cut up here and just do that all the way along. But it's quicker if you fold it in half like that, fold along that line, and then trim at a slight angle up to the top like that, because then when you open it up, you've automatically notched that section out. Okay, so we're going to fold the next line and do the same again. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way up. And then when you get to the end, you just need to take off that little bit there. Okay, so you should end up with that. So my tab's now on the left because I've turned it over. Okay, so you just want to go ahead now, fold along all your tabs, fold along all your score lines. Everything's going to go in for now, apart from your diagonals. So all your, you know, left and right score lines are just going to go in and be mounting folds. Okay. Okay, so you should end up with that, and you should be able to put that together to make a little box like that. So now what we're going to do is fold all of the diagonal folds. Now, I'm going to start with the little halfway folds first, okay, just because when I made this one, I didn't do that and I struggled. So all of these are going to fold as mountains. Okay, so just give it a bit of a pinch. You don't want to obviously fold past the triangle, but as you pinch each one, you should find that the other folds kind of want to fold as well, which is fine. So give it a little pinch like that, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to fold the right, you want to fold back on the top as well. So all these top lines, it's a tricky, this is the tricky bit. Okay, this is the tricky bit, is getting the star at the top. I struggled with this one, so just bear with. Okay, so on this top, these top bits here, they actually need to fold back on themselves. So if you just go and just give them a bit of a fold, just to get them to sort of understand that that's what they need to do. And then all of your diagonal lines need to be mounting folds. So let's give them a bit of a fold as well. Right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to punch, actually is what we're going to do next. We're going to punch the holes. So at the top here, you can see it's held together with a ribbon. So you need to punch those holes. So if you get yourself like one of these, like a belt punch, and then I found it best to pinch those two bits together. So where you've got your little halfway line, you want to put a hole in either side, in either of these triangles, all the way along. So I found it best to pinch it like that, and then bring your punch in, and then just make your hole. Because then you're punching through two holes at the same time and they're ending up in the same place. If it's not exactly like central, mine is, don't worry about that. It's not the end of the world. It's really not, because your ribbon's going to go through there. As long as it's pretty much in the center, it's not too close to an edge, then that's the main thing. So I'm going to go ahead now and just finish off punching all of these. Okay, so I've punched all the holes at the top there, as you can see. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick the main box together with the tabs. So if you just fold in, I don't know, a couple of the panels, and you're going to put red tape on the top of both of those tabs. Okay, so now I'm just going to peel off the backing. And then we're going to fold this one over and stick it down like that. Okay, so then that gives you the start of your box. So with the top, this is the tricky bit. You're going to need some ribbon. So I've got myself here a length of ribbon. This is actually, I think this is an old Paper Mania one. And this is, I've got myself enough that I know I'm definitely going to not run out. So I've got about 14.5 inches here. But obviously whatever you want to use. And then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to start getting the box ready first before I thread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to pinch the little triangles where the holes are. I'm going to pinch the little triangles, and that should then make, if you can see here, you see this triangle. I'm looking for that triangle, and then that one should go in and that one should go in. Okay, so on every single one you want to pinch it, and as long as you get that triangle and then you get like a valley either side, then that's okay. Now if you've given all your card a bit of a fold, then you should find that it goes together nicely. Now can you see that wonderful star shape that you get in there? I just think that's so nice. It's so well designed. It's the sort of thing you'd find expensive chocolates in. Okay, so what we're going to do now that we've sort of shown it where it needs to go, we're going to work out where the front of our box is. This is the front here. And I'm just going to start threading these through all the little holes. Okay, so I've threaded it around all the holes. So now I've just tied a little bit of just a knot, and I'm just going to just tighten it right in, and you can take it in as far as you want it to go. I'm probably going to go to about there, I think. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm just going to do a bow on top. Okay, so there's my box, and as you can see with this card, that star stands out a lot better, and it's a lot clearer. So now we've done the top, we can go ahead and stick the bottom together. It just makes it a lot easier because that now kind of holds. So I'm just going to open this up, and then I'm just going to stick these one by one. Now a little tip that I have discovered is if you use a ruler and you put it under your tabs as you stick them, you have something to press onto. Because obviously normally I would, with most normal boxes, I'd stick the bottom first before I do the top, and then I can press down through the box onto the surface to stick them together. But obviously because we've done the top first, we can't do that. So I've just found if you get a ruler, just stick it underneath like this, and then when you fold that down like that, oh hello, let's get it straight, then you can use the ruler to push against just to get that stuck. And base doesn't quite meet up, but anyway, never mind. This is always the risk you have with the hexagonal boxes. make sure it's quite a flat ruler, because if it's too bulky, then you'll make too much of a gap there. It doesn't quite match up, but it's fine. I can live with that. And the last one, I don't really need to put anything under there. So there you have it. So there's your little box. Okay, so now we just need to decorate it. So I'm going to use these little baubles that I showed before. I have just gone ahead and heat embossed them with clear, because I felt like they needed just a little bit more zing. So I'm going to go ahead now and add these onto the side of the box using foam pads. Okay, so I've finished the box. This is what it looks like. It's quite cute. I love the star on the front. Yeah. So there you go. So that's a little box. So this finished box, I'll just tell you how wide it is, what the footprint of it is. This finished box is it's about 3 inches. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's about 3 inches wide, from flat to flat. And if you go from point to point, it's about 3.5. Okay, so it's about 3. I'd say if you were to put that in a circle, that's about 3.5 diameter. Circle diameter, is that the right word? Anyway, across 3.5 inches across. Okay, so that's the little box. So I hope you like it. Yeah, it's quite cute. I quite like it. You could do for a few chocolates, I reckon you could fit a few in there. But yeah, a bit different, a bit nice. There's also another one as well, which is an 8-point box. I'm gonna have a go at it and see how it is, so stay tuned. I may well do that as a video. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll have to see. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.